Yo guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to talk about stretching ears. This has been a subject that some of you have been asking for. I thought that I could share my journey of stretching with you. So let's begin from the beginning. I'd say I started stretching pretty late in my years. I think I was 17 or 18 when I started. And it was right along the time where I got my first tattoo as well. By that time I had wanted to do it for a long time, but I hadn't done it. And the reason I wanted it is that a lot of the bands I looked up to had frontmen who had stretched ears. And I thought it was really cool, I thought it looked cool, I thought it looked good. Since those people were my role models, of course I thought it looked cool. And don't get me wrong, I still think it looks good, but maybe I was more influenced at that time than I am now. Anyhow, some of the bands that I listened to had frontmen who had these gauges, and of course other band members as well. So I wanted this for a while, and when I was 17 or 18 somewhere there, I went to a piercing shop where they cut out a 1mm hole. After that they put in a ring that was supposed to be there so it could heal around the ring, and this was going to heal for 1 month. And they said when this is fully healed you can start stretching. I guess some of you guys started doing it from a regular piercing hole. This is a little bit bigger hole, easier to start stretching with. So the month went by, I had rings in my ears. I didn't like the rings very much, but I knew that they were temporary, so fine. And after that time I started stretching. Maybe you wonder about the pain. A lot of people always ask about the pain. The actual piercing pain when they cut out the little tunnel wasn't that bad. It was like a pinch, it goes really fast, and then they just put in the ring fast, so of course it hurts a little bit, but it's over so fast that it's fine. If you want stretched ears, that's not something that you should be scared of. So when I started stretching, I got some plugs and spirals and stuff like that from a friend who already had stretched ears and gone past those measurements. So there were everything from the start up to maybe 16mm or something. At the start I didn't know how many millimeters I wanted to go up to, but I started stretching, and of course as a young and impatient boy, or young man, I often went too fast, which made my ears irritated. And when that happens, you just have to let it heal and go back a few millimeters, and then you can start again. Because if you don't let it heal and just keep going, the infections and the strain you put on your ears will make you get blowouts. And blowouts is something you can Google if you're interested in how it looks. It's a blowout, like an infection, an extra ring that goes out, and it's just Google it, it's much easier, but it doesn't look good and it's very unhealthy for your ears. And it doesn't go away by just keep stretching. I mean, you have to let it heal back a few millimeters till it's gone, and then you can start stretching again in a calm pace. I think the piercer recommended that you should go about 1mm a month, and of course I went a lot faster than that. Of course you can go faster than that, but if you want to be real safe, then do it like that. So it's gonna take some time to reach your goal. A lot of years went by, and the measurement I am at now, I didn't even get up to since after I met Kat. So I think I stopped at 20mm for quite a while, and I was happy with that at the moment. I was always thinking if I wanted to go up a few sizes or not, but I stayed at 20mm for a while. At some point, about 1 or 2 years later from when I reached the 20mm, I decided to keep going up. This time I stopped at 26mm, mostly because I had a pair of plugs that I really liked that were 26mm. So I also got a bunch of other 26mm gauges. I had 26mm when I met Kat, and I don't think she was her goal size back then either, if I remember correctly. It turns out both of our goal sizes after a while was 30mm. So not too long after we met, we both started stretching up to 30mm. That process went great for me. I think it went well for Kat as well. I can add that I had been struggling with some blowouts earlier on when I was a little bit more impatient in stretching. And now we are here today with 30mm stretched ears. I have a bunch of plugs and tunnels and stuff like that now. There are 30mm that I really like, and I'm happy to stay at this size. I don't want to speak too much of the future, but I am pretty sure that I don't want to go up anymore. This is the size that I'm happy with, and if you like more, that's fine. If you like less, that's also fine. But personally, 30mm is my goal size. Now the plugs and tunnels that I like the most are usually a bit darker, either dark wood or completely black. And for the tunnels, I quite like the straight metal tunnels or just straight steel. As you can see, the color of these are about the same color as my beard. I also like when there's prints on them of some sort. When I always look for cool prints that I think are cool. These ones, for example, have a little character on them. That's the kind of stuff I like in my plugs. Kat actually gave me personal design Arreat Summit plugs, which I really loved. But I lost one of them and I can't just only wear one of them, so that made me really sad, and I guess that I have to ask for a new pair of personally made ones. She didn't do them herself, but a company that made the design you wanted on the plugs sent them to her and she gave them to me, so that was my favorite ones and I lost them. It's not too uncommon that I lose these. Like a gig just the other week I lost one, and if I lose one of them I just throw the other, because what point is there to just have one? And at this moment I don't say my collection is too huge, so I'm probably gonna look into getting some new pairs. For you that are interested, this is how my stretched ears look without any plugs or tunnels in them. And I feel that right now they're healthy and well. Some materials might be irritating your skin, and it's different from person to person. For me, I like silicone plugs, but that material usually irritates my ears a bit. I can only have them for a limited amount of time before my ears get irritated and I need to switch them out. I could always show you the plug or tunnel collection, but since I've lost a lot of them lately, it wouldn't be much of a collection. Maybe when I get some more, I'll go through it. So that's my stretching experience, guys. If you have any questions about this, just ask them and I'll answer down below. Also, if you have anything you want to share about your stretching experience, or any questions about stuff that you want to do with stretching, you could also state them down below and I'll answer. I hope you like this video, guys, and I also hope that you have a sunny fucking day.